As you say, we will move from your bouncy round ball to the smaller, harder round ball.
Does bounce though.
It still bounces a fair amount. It goes real far when you hit it intentionally in a home run derby, and we'll talk about that and the other all-star events of baseball this week. Because that was sort of the highlight of the week. It was the actual event of the all-star game. We talked about the controversy of who made it, who didn't. But in the end, a fun time was had by almost all. Did you catch much of the home run derby this year?
Did not. I like I said, I'm sort of against the MLB All-Star Game. I don't like having not every team should get a representative. I'm against that. But from what I did, from all the reviews that I've seen through All-Star Weekend, is this All-Star Game was hugely successful, even more so than they've had a very struggling time, I think, the past couple of years.
It's been up and down with trying to keep people's attention in this modern age of better sports.
Yeah, having Big Dumper and the Home Run Derby, which we'll talk about here, and then the actual game itself, everyone was very sort of wrapped into and had eyes on, I would say.
Yeah, it was, again, a much awaited spectacle. A lot of big matchups, still a fair bit of big names who did participate, even though you had your usual stand or sit outs. But yeah, in chronological order, All-Star Weekend really kicks off with that home run derby.
With the Celebrity All-Star Game. Softball game.
Yeah, Celebrity Softball technically happens first, and some people are into that. I like it. Depends on who's playing, honestly, for me.
The only highlight I saw from that was CC Sabathia smashing a home run.
And what a surprise! He's a pro. He's not that far removed from the game. That one doesn't count as. I want to see Snoop hitting bombs, and
Snoop ain't got the power to hit bombs.
He doesn't.
Not
really.
anymore, especially at his ripe old age.
I know, right? There was an era though when he could do it. But yeah, it was a grand old all-star home run derby, and so yeah, they tweak the format on the derby kind of regularly. It feels like almost every year there's a little bit something different on it.
Yeah, because everyone stops tuning in. Like, this format was boring. This format, there's also a tough time. I have a tough time, and they have a tough time. Like, what is a good format to prove who's the best home run hitter?
Yeah, and in the end, what they've kind of finalized on this year, that I think everyone agreed is sort of the best variation we've seen in a while, is a model that just promotes more home run hitting in general.
Steroids.
No, they're not going to backtrack into that era. The format in this one was there's a timer and a ball count on the first round, and it was just sort of who can hit as many home runs as you can. Of your 8 participants, we'll take the top 4, and they're our finalists, essentially. Are
you more in favor of the timer, or do you prefer the out count, like back in the old
days?
That's
those are the models that we have kind of eschewed in modern times, because they tend to be very boring when the batter can just take balls all the time if he doesn't like them, and he just doesn't swing so that he doesn't get outs, and you don't see any home runs.
Both has pros and cons. Like the time limit, I feel like you're forcing the person to.
From a game mechanic design, the timer is better for the outcome that you want, which is let's see some home runs.
Yeah, but there's I always have the thought is with the outs, you could have someone just swinging there all night long.
Which that had happened in the past before. Some people overstayed their welcome at the plate in the home run derby. And
we want to go home.
Yeah, that was not the case, and it's still kind of a long affair because you have to do all the rounds of the tournament in the same evening.
I'm curious as to how far we are away from just putting a timer on everything in baseball.
It's not far off, it feels like. We've got a lot more than I ever thought we'd see in the game.
Anyway, back to where you were.
Yes, and so this first round is a top 4 of the 8 get through. We had a little controversy in the final 4. Big Dumper, as we've already said, did come away the winner of this one, but he only made it into that final 4 by 1 calculated inch from the StatCast data of how far one of his home runs went, because that was the tiebreaker. Both him and Brent Rooker from the Athletics had 17 home runs, but Cal Rowley's longest measured 1 inch longer than Brent Rooker's.
The math's the math.
Math's the math.
Or the math works enough such that, one, you don't have a home, Brent Rooker's, and you play for an organization the MLB does not like, and your name is not Big Dumper and selling, I think, the number one most jerseys in the MLB currently.
Yeah, the ones with the Nintendo logo on the shoulder.
Sure, yeah.
That's their partnership over in Seattle.
They're doing good.
It's a good one to have. They had the Switch 2 logos on for Switch launch week.
I like that. Good for Seattle. I'm proud somebody out there is doing good things.
It's one of those wild ones where it's like that the colors don't match, like, because a lot of times it's like, oh, can we get our brand colors aligned with the team colors? And this one's no. This is bright red and white on the blue and green.
Give me the Mario Knight.
I'm sure you'll see it at some point. Other notes out of that first round, besides the controversy of who made it into the Final Four, Jazz Chisholm Jr. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he was representing from the Yankees.
We talked about him last week, in fact.
Yeah, he did not have a fun weekend overall. 3 home runs was his total in his semifinal round, far and away the least of any contestant.
Not a home run. I wouldn't consider him a home run hitter. He can hit home runs, but I don't think that makes you a home run hitter.
And there is a difference to that, which we did see, proven pretty handily here in this event. This was another time, though, where as soon as we recorded and I announced who the participants in the Home Run Derby were going to be into a microphone, I came off the recording and then went and looked, and they were like, oh, a few people bowed out of the Home Run Derby, so here are the replacements. So I don't remember who I said last week, but the actual participants ended up being Cal Rowley, our winner. The runner-up this year was Junior Caminero, who we also have to note will circle back to the kid who stole the home run from him, but they gave it to him anyway.
Well, so I just wanted to go clarify. I'm like, he's not a home run hitter. Jazz Chisholm Jr. Man has 17 home runs. He is tied for 17th in the American League right now.
Yeah.
I assume he's going to be a replacement.
He was for sure. But yeah. So Junior Caminero, O'Neal Cruz from the Pirates, Byron Buxton from the Twins, who we're going to hear about a little bit more when we cover the Twins coming out to Colorado for the weekend. Brent Rooker, as we've already mentioned, from the Athletics. James Wood, who is 6'7", I learned. That's no wonder he can stroke the home runs. He's huge.
Yeah.
He plays for the Nationals. Matt Olson from the home hosting field Atlanta Braves, and Jazz Chisholm Jr., as we mentioned, who only managed to hit 3 home runs before bowing out.
They went to the Yankees organization, says, give us a home run hitter. Give us someone who will play in the home run derby.
He also had a pretty rough time at the plate in the game itself the next day, too. So not a great weekend for him, but hopefully it doesn't throw off the rest of his second half. And then, yes, we got down to that final 4 of Rowley, Caminero, Cruz, and Buxton. And in that final showing, Cal Rowley had the highest in that round with 19, and then hit 18 in his swing off against Junior Caminero. Now, all that to lead into the actual game itself, which is generally, as most All-Star games are, not very high effort, except for the fact that the MLB All-Star game counts for home field advantage in the World Series.
Which is still crazy.
It's insane way to get them to care a little bit, and for the first time in a long while, the National League was out to a hot start and kept the lead late into the game until a 2-air 7th inning kicked off by a bad pickoff attempt throw from our very own Hunter Goodman behind the plate.
Representing properly.
Surprisingly, the National League All-Star roster only featured 2 catchers. The Los Angeles Dodgers' Will Smith and our very own Hunter Goodman, who went 0 for 1 in his only plate appearance.
Will Smith.
So, I don't know. Basically, a par for the course showing for our Rockies at the All-Star game.
Can't ever do anything to make the baseball gods happy.
The one era I think we got a little bit of love from the All-Star broadcast was when Tulo and Cargo went.
Do you know how upset you would have? Like, the Rockies we are so far away from a World Series thought. It does not matter. But if you're one of the teams that cares, and this dude throws just the most
He
awful,
airmailed it into center field.
awful throw. I think you have to Sandlot throw all your gloves at him. We're calling a timeout, and I'm beating you with the glove.
Unfortunately, I think Matt Olson, the hometown Braves player, at first made the other error of the inning, and they ended up allowing 4 runs in that 7th inning to make it a 6-4 game. And
to be fair, errors are kind of like a sickness. They do.
Yeah, they're
contagious.
Thing. Absolutely. And it's not at all because it's a bunch of dudes who don't normally play on a team together.
No.
But that all being said, we ended up in the 9th inning. The American League just kind of decided at the last minute, they're like, oh, actually, we care about this game and we do plan on winning it. So they were able to do a 9th inning rally where they strung together some really impressive at-bats.
A Cal rally?
He was there, I suppose. And they scraped together 2 runs, but they were denied the walk-off winning run in the fray there. So we ended the bottom of the 9th tied 6-6, and they're like, we're not playing any extra baseball for the All-Star game. No friggin' way are we risking any injuries for extra innings All-Star.
Coin flip.
So we got the very first in MLB history swing off, and I don't know, did you see this?
I did not.
Oh, this is great. They stole shootouts from hockey, and what it is each team selects 3 swingers, and each swinger gets...
Pause.
Nope. That's what we're calling them. 3 batters, I guess, if you prefer.
Yeah, I think that's a better... Yeah.
3 batters per team, NL, AL, and each batter gets 3 swings specifically. So they can take a pitch if they want, but only 3 swings in an attempt to hit as many home runs as possible after all, and we kind of go back and forth. And the hero for the National League was Kyle Schwarber, who hit 3 Schwar bombs, 3 for 3, the only contestant to go 3 for 3.
I want it to be like the hockey where you get or in soccer, you get the one onto the next, get the one onto the next.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I don't want to pick the one dude. This is my champion. Go forth and do battle.
So Schwarber was only the second round contest, but he did go the 3 for 3, which made it 5-3 at that point in the home run total, maximum being 9. And then the last batter for the American League whiffed and went 0 for 3. So they had a chance. They were in it till the very end there. But based on a swing off, we have a National League home field advantage for the World Series this year, and a 7-6 rare National League victory.
All right, time to get the Rockies going.
They had a couple more days off and then kicked into gear on Friday night.
Surely, if we went out the season,
we would still probably not make the playoffs. And yeah, it's bad. But all that to say that we got a little bit of health out of the All-Star break. Ezekiel Tovar is back off the injured list, and that results in our Rockies coming out of the break, taking the series from the Minnesota Twins with 2 wins already out of 3. The Twins are currently winning in our 3rd game of the series, 5-1 in the middle of the 6th inning. But we'll keep our eyes on that through the broadcast here. But the Rockies already took the first 2. A 6-4 win on Friday night behind 6 innings of 1-run ball from Kyle Freeland. And then Antonio Senzatella gave us 7 innings, did give up 3 runs, but the good guys put up 10 runs behind him. That was a 10-6 final on Saturday again.
I can't fault the Rockies. I will say, since we've had our ups and downs and some more downs and a little up and back down again, we have been batting overall better. There are just a few guys who can really ruin the game, and they are all mostly in our bullpen, unfortunately. Like, really, really just make things bad for us.
Yeah, there's a few spots on the roster that scream this is going to lose us games. But we actually, on Friday, rarely on the occasion, we're able to take advantage of one of the other team's pitchers having a rough time of things. And we were able to put up, I think it was 5 runs right off the get-go. So that was a solid just way to take advantage of another team having an off night, which the out of the gate Rockies could not do.
There are only a few teams that I would say I feel confident about being 5 runs down and being like, this is fine. We'll catch up. And unfortunately,
especially at Coors Field, like a field, a ballpark notorious for giving up runs.
Ballpark notorious for giving up runs. Team notorious for giving up runs. Twins aren't one of them, unfortunately.
No, they are struggling to reach 500. They're a lot closer than we are. They're 47-51. To your point, let's do the quick math. Is 82 161 and half that is 180, or is 161 and half is it 162?
I thought it was 162 and you get 81 home and away.
Yeah, there we go. So if second half of the season, if a half is 81, that would put us at 105-74, which the math also doesn't work out on that.
No, because the All-Star game is not exactly in the halfway mark. You still have a few.
Yeah, we've played already now. If we're 24-74, almost an even 100 games. So there's 62 left. So 62, that would put us at 86-74. A little over 500.
That's not a bad record. I don't know what a good, like, are there teams that reach 100 wins? Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah. The Dodgers are at 58-41. Cubs are at 59-40. Phillies are 56-43.
Like, it seems crazy to me that any team would get 100 wins with just where the records are. Like, it feels like you win.
There's still a lot of games to be played, but yeah, I mean, that's, if you think of it's 62 games left, if the Dodgers win 2 out of 3 of those, that's 40 wins.
Yeah. I
mean, that's 100.
Are they in the 60s already?
They're at 58.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's definitely doable. It's not an every year, like maybe 2 or 3 might.
I'm trying to think of what a good record in the playoffs would be, a respectable record, not one where they spit on you like they probably would us.
I mean, in general, having to make it in the wild card anyway is kind of not been great for us historically. So, and we've never won the division, and those are the 2 ways to make it into the playoffs.
Yeah. One day we'll see what's behind those curtains again, but we are not there yet.
Let's see. We are currently 33.5 games out of first place in our division.
Yeah, if we win out, I don't even know if we can catch it. Like,
we'd be in a wild card race at best.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because that's 86, we said, or whatever, is like 30 wins for every other team.
Yeah, that's crazy. The hole we dug is just
insurmountable.
Pretty much.
Mathematically.
We literally dug a hole and put cement over it.
Yeah. Not even worth checking, but it is hilarious for me to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, good math works.
Absolutely. That is all of the baseball news this week, though. Why don't we hear about